What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Chef Crispy back again with another video. And today we will be making some fried pork chops and some dirty rice. Let's get into it, you guys. Alright, you guys, so these pork chops are already washed off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and add some seasoning to them. Now when you're adding the seasoning to it, you don't want to, well, actually it's all on you, but you don't want to put too much, because especially like when you add it to the flour, you can add some seasoning to your flour, but since my flour will not be seasoning, I'll be putting all the seasoning on. I'll be putting all the seasoning on the pork chops. Alright, you guys, so after you add the seasoning, it should look like this. Then you're gonna go ahead, add the top on your container, and you're gonna shake it up so the seasoning get all over. Also, you guys, if the shaking don't work, you can also put your hands in it and mix it up also, so make sure that the seasoning is getting on all of the meat, and it's not just getting on top. And if you need to add more seasoning to it, you can. Just make sure that you be careful, because you don't want your food to be too salty. Alright, you guys, so now that the pork chops are all seasoned up, we're gonna go ahead and let those sit for about 30 minutes so the seasoning can get all in there, and then we're gonna go ahead and start this grease so that the grease can start getting hot. Let's go. Alright, you guys, so for the grease, you don't want to fill your skillet up all the way. I say the amount that I have in here, maybe a little less, would be just right, because when you add the pork chops in there, of course, you know, like the grease will be rising a little bit and the grease will pop everywhere. So we're gonna go ahead, start it. I say you want it about a quarter the way. You don't want it all the way up high, but then you don't want it too low. So about right there, I say, and allow it to get hot and let it do its thing. Alright, you guys, so it's been about 30 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead. We got our flour right here, and we got my pork chops right here. So we're gonna go ahead, grab the pork chops and lay them on in this flour. Go ahead, put them in there. Now you don't want to put too many pork chops in the flour at once, because you want the pork chops to get fully covered in the flour. So I say, depending on how many pork chops you got and how big they are, I'll say put about 4 to 5 in there, and then you close up the bag, and you just shake the bag so that the pork chops can get fully covered. Alright guys, so this is one way you guys can check to see if your oil's hot. So you'll grab like just a little bit of oil. I mean, just a little bit of the flour like that, and then you'll come over and you'll dump it in like that. If it starts to sizzle, then that's how you know it's hot. But since it did not do that, you still need to cook the grease for a little longer. Alright, you guys, so as you guys saw in the last thing, and the last clip, that the pork chops are added, and honestly, I don't really want to give you guys no time limit on how long they should cook, because I don't want to give you guys the wrong time limit. So I'll just say, when you notice that the pork chops are like golden brown and there's no more pink, or I should say that they aren't bleeding anymore, then that's when you guys should go ahead and take those out. Alright, so this is the first batch that's done, and we're just gonna do the same thing again until all of them are done. Alright, you guys, so now that the pork chops are done, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make the dirty rice. Let's get into it. Alright, you guys, so the first thing first, we're gonna add the ground beef in there. You add as much as you want, but going by the box. So one box requires about 1 pound of ground beef. So it's all up to you. Then after you add all of your ground beef in there, you're just gonna chop it up. So chop it up to nice small pieces, so to where there's no big chunks in it. Alright, you guys, so after you break down the ground beef, then you want to make sure that you season it. And then you don't want to put too much seasoning in it, because you don't want it to be salty. Then after you add seasoning to it, you're going to keep mixing it up until it gets done. Alright, you guys, so you will know when the ground beef is done, because it will be browned all the way and there won't be no pink. But I mean, since we are making dirty rice, if there is just like a little bit of pink, that is okay, because we will mix this inside the rice, so the ground beef will continue, it will continue to cook longer. So let's get ready to go make that rice now. Alright, you guys, so basically what I just did was I poured 2.5 cups of water in here, and then I put the packet of rice in here, and I put all of the ground beef that I cooked in here, and then I just mix it up. And then you want to put your fire on high first until you start seeing it boiling, and then once it starts boiling, then you will turn your fire down to low, and then you'll just let that simmer for 20-25 minutes, and then it'll be done. Alright, you guys. This is the finished product of the dirty rice. Alright, guys, so that's the end of this video. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit that like button and you leave a comment down below. And if you are new, please make sure that you subscribe, you like this video, and you comment. Thank you guys. If you guys have anything that you guys would like to see me cook, leave it down in the comment section below. Chef Crispy out.